don't fight, chasing shadows in the night. Promises made, but I let them fade. Caught in the cycle, I'm feeling betrayed. Round and round, I'm losing ground. Trying to break free, but I can't see. These negative patterns are haunting me. Nights turn to days, I'm losing my way. Thought I found peace, but it's led me astray. Chasing the high, but it only brings pain. The more I run, the less I gain.
Hey everybody, hey, and welcome to another session of Tarka Said Again. And we have with us in the office today, Yoko.
Thank you.
She is a music consultant. Yep, you heard me. A music consultant and also a music coach. I like to call her an educator because basically what I hear is that she just simply trying to teach people how to get paid. Am I correct?
Spot on.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. There it is. I just right out the bag want to ask, do you deal with independent artists or label artists? Do you have a specific?
So I'm predominantly with the indies.
Indies, okay.
Always have
Okay.
been. That's kind of where my heart is at, if you would. I work with some label artists. I've worked with some artists who we've established to get with labels, but the bread and butter of everything for me has always been with the indies.
Okay. And I hear that back in the day, it used to be a thing when you would sign with these major labels, like they was getting paid the most. But now I hear that no, you can really get paid as an independent artist, long as I guess you have the team and the support, everything behind you. Like you, a music consultant, right? You don't need the paperwork and getting caught up in these contracts if it doesn't work out for you like that.
Right. So in 2025, just the landscape of the music industry overall has completely changed.
Okay.
Right. So traditional labels and what they used to be aren't anymore.
Okay.
The labels that we're used to being around, they're either not here, they're consolidating their subsidies now. So with the technological change of everything going on, it's like the labels had to catch up and figure out how do they now make money with this technological change too, right? Mm-hmm. So anything from the streaming to the AI situation, but I always tell people this goes back to just when CDs came out, everybody was trying to figure out what we're gonna do now. When Napster first came out and then we had iPods, everybody was trying to figure out, what do we do? So we're in this age right now where nobody really knows what's going on, right? So it's so many different changes, and on top of that, labels are firing so many people. You know what I'm saying? Warner is letting go of 300 people this year alone. So when I hear artists that are like, I want to go to a label, in my head I'm like, where you going then? Because, it's not a lot of places that are there. So a lot of people are pivoting to being independent, not only for a little more freedom, whether it's creative control, whether it's, financial side, but also these labels that we used to go to are just not there anymore.
Got you. So in thinking, are you able or are you at liberty to share a few names that you've worked with before?
Let's see. I work with a lot of Florida artists.
Okay.
So I actually started in Jacksonville.
Okay. Duval.
So, right.
Okay.
Duval. So I've been with Steve McFlurry, Mean Gene, Chameleon, because it'd be so many, but it's behind the scenes stuff for real. I remember when Goonie was out. I remember when Top Flight was around. I'm trying to think who else. It'd be so many.
Well, you said quite a few. So I mean, hey.
Those was all my starting crew, if you would, for a Bit Show and all of them. So those are kind of all the folks that I started with, if you would. So now it's kind of more of a mix. I started with a lot of Duval artists, street artists type thing. You feel me? So now I branched out to I got street artists, but I got pop artists, I got R&B, I got Latin folks, I got global, so just doing all kind of different stuff.
Yeah, and expanding your genre. I like that. I like that. So what trends are you seeing today that I guess you would say that's in the music industry that your younger or your newer artists should possibly pay attention to?
Believe it or not, emotions. Right, and I know that's very kind of cliche, if you would, but I've been trying to tell people the new genre, if you would, is feeling.
Okay.
So everything now is about how do we get people to relate or feel how you want them to feel through a certain song, right? And one of the reasons why I'm trying to tell people to pay attention is, again, I told you before, I'm a geek, right? So I pay attention to everything. Right now, there's a song that's on Billboard. It's number 1.
Okay.
Right? This song was from a movie.
Okay.
A Netflix movie. And the artist is a fictional group.
What?
Right? So I think it's called like K-pop Demon Slayer or something like that,
I've
right?
heard of K-pop. Okay.
So there is a movie on Netflix about a K-pop group. This is a fictional movie. This is an animated movie. And one of the songs from the movie is the number 1 song on Billboard right now.
And that's all fictional.
But the reason is this movie has so many emotions in it. And these songs are so specific about, oh, I'm going through a breakup, I want to do this, I want to do that, and people feel it, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell people. The new currency right now is emotions. Even when we go to social media, right? I've been telling a lot of my clients, or asking them and challenging them, are you posting on social media just to post a post? Or are you doing it to try to connect?
Okay.
And most of them be like, yo, I just post a post. I'm like, that's why it's not working.
No.
You coming on social media and you making an announcement. You're not having no way for people to be able to resonate with you, connect with you, or have some type of conversation, right? I made a post the other day that just was like, things just feel heavy in the music industry right now, so I just want some of my people to know, like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about trying to be on playlists. Don't worry about trying to be number 1. Like, you have art that nobody can say is invaluable. You just got to keep putting it out. You got to keep making it. And I got so many just random replies and all kind of stuff because people felt it.
Right.
So the new currency is feelings for real. Because look at the world. The world's on fire.
Yeah, it is.
People are trying to figure out, how do I keep going? Or they're looking at other people and living vicariously through them and being like, wow, I want to feel that way. Or that makes me feel good. Or hearing somebody else is in this situation, they're like, damn, me too. But they kept going type thing. So I keep trying to tell people, if you can connect with folks and get them to relate with you and feel, you're going to keep people forever versus just posting posts.
I love that. Listen, you know, when I first met you anyway, I was like, I love how you talk, you articulate, you're deep. It's like critical thinking and just going outside the box. Because when I asked that question, I honestly was expecting you to give me something tangible as far as a trend. Something and dealing with a feeling or emotion. I wasn't expecting that.
But you got to think, music is energy.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, and all we doing is bouncing stuff back and forth. This is why I'm a little different. I tell people my brain is wired completely different, right? So when I look at things, when it comes to music, everything is psychological. So I always tell people, like, you know, why this track not doing good? Can't nobody relate to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when you go deep into that psychological side of, like, can people feel this way? Is somebody going to relate? Because I just made a song about how I got a Bentley. Everybody don't have that, though. So how many people going to be able to relate to this?
Gotcha.
Versus me being able to say, yo, I had a rough day. This day been kicking my ass, but I'm going to keep trying. How many people going to be like,
that's me.
Right,
that's my story.
You feel me?
You talking to me right now. Yeah, they going to, you're right.
Connect.
You're
So I always tell people, like, it's way deep in the music for real. If you're able to see the depths of it, you're able to figure out how we can get more people to tune into you. Because, again, it's not just physical.
Outward,
it's deeper.
Right. Aside from that, like, what mistakes you think the newer artists might make being in this industry?
They hate content.
Really?
They hate content, yo. They hate making content. They hate, I don't want to be an influencer. I don't feel like I should have to do this. And I just feel like they overthink it, right? When people hear content, 9 times out of 10, the first thing they think is like, I got to do a TikTok dance.
Okay.
And that ain't it for real, right?
Right.
We just want to know, like, a part of your creative process. As much as you want to tell me as much as you want so I can learn more about you. And people just completely drop that ball for real. And I be trying to tell them, I'm like, yo, like, we got it easy now. Like, back in the day, I'm a person who studies music, right? So I'm watching all this. Back in the day, they cut a record. That mean they had to go physically to the radio stations, physically to whatever little magazine, physically to the photo shoots. They sitting in the mall, they signing CDs, they taking pictures.
It was more work back then.
You had to move your feet.
Yeah.
Now all you can do is literally, if you in the studio, pop your phone in the corner, Go live real quick. What's up, y'all? It's me. I'm here in the studio right now. I'm about to record my track. So I just want y'all to see what's going on. You get in the studio. They don't hear the beat or nothing. They just hear you saying ad-libs. Clip that, 30 seconds, post it. Congratulations. You just gave them behind the scenes of your creative process. But everybody feels like, nah, I gotta be cool. I gotta do a TikTok dance. I gotta look good. I got it. And they overthink everything. And that slows them down because when you talk about like pushing a track, content helps your track get pushed even longer. Right? You're giving them little tidbits of why I should keep listening to this. This is how I made this song. Did you know that this wasn't even supposed to be like this in the studio? Did you know that I tripped in the middle of recording this? And that's why that sounds like that. Like that keeps people intrigued. But you don't want to tell nobody. You just want to post one time, songs out, and everybody should love you.
Yeah.
That's just not how it is for real. So I think they fear content and just they overthink it. So one thing I sit down with my clients and I really break down and it's like, yo, how can we tell people about you? So like I got one young lady I'm working with now who has thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers.
Okay.
Right? But they follow her for this and not for this. So lately I made her switch her stuff up a little bit. And it makes her a little bit nervous. So I made her put a video out the other day and I said, listen, 60 seconds. Just tell people who you are because they don't know half of the stuff. I've learned in 30 days more about you than they know anything. So in the video, hey, what's up? My name is so-and-so. Just want to let y'all know you probably know me because of this. But did you know I'm an artist? Did you know I could play piano? Did you know I play soccer? Did you know I cook? I got a track coming out soon. Y'all stay tuned. I'm going to show y'all more about me. Get it out.
Got you.
Looked at her comments. People was like, whoa, you play soccer? I didn't know you were this. I can't wait to do it. And then she's like, wow. I said, that had nothing to do with how pretty you was it?
Right. A little small change like that. And listen, you answered because the next thing I was going to ask how to avoid, how to avoid it. But you basically just answered that and gave them what they can do.
It's part of your life. You can always have a boundary of what you do want to show and what you don't want to show. I always encourage that, right? But just give people a tidbit of what you got going on. That's all. If you wrote the lyrics by hand, show me the paper. If when you go in the studio, your ritual is, I got to light 3 candles, I got to eat 6 M&Ms, and then I got to sit in silence. Show us real quick. That way we can be like, hey, shorty a little clicked out. But I mean, that's cool. That's right?
Not clicked out.
Hey, everybody got their little thing going on, right? Maybe you got a performance and you showing that, you got to practice beforehand. Just give me 30 seconds of your rehearsal. You already doing it.
Right.
Just document it.
Right.
And put it out for real.
Right.
You don't have to be on social media all day.
Right.
You can program these things. I got one of my clients every Monday. She sit down every Monday. She programmed her social media for the week. Why? Because I don't want her on there all day, all week.
Right.
So all her stuff just comes out.
Yeah, you can schedule it. Yeah.
Boom. So it's being smart about it. We don't have to live on these people platforms.
Right.
We don't have to tell everybody your game room. You don't got to give your social security number out and give everybody your game. But give us a little sprinkle of just who you are and what makes you different and why we should tune in with you. That's all.
Right. And I can attest to that just being in this literary world. My book, Addictive Patterns, y'all. And you mentioning how some are just afraid of the content and stuff like that. And for me, before this new life, I would post periodically, the family, different things we would do, traveling, those kinds of things. But I would have never fathomed it being a part of like my weekly routine of keeping up and posting everything. Because for me, I'm like, that is so vain. In true thoughts, that's so vain. Like every day or every other day, like that's too much. But being an entrepreneur as well, I realized how important that was for me to let the people know what's going on. And it seemed like when I'm more frequent, like say I'm out of the country or out of the state and I'm on a trip, and where I would every night, like a recap of, I would get the most feedback, but I just don't have the energy to, you know what I mean? Right. But I would get the most feedback. So I concur with what you said. You know, I just like literally, like for real, I'm listening, but I see it working in the literary world as well as this music industry also.
Everybody just want to know a piece of what you got going on.
Yeah.
We're nosy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you.
Yeah. And how you can make it relatable and how realistic. Like I say, some people just want to know that you're human.
Yes, that's the main thing people want to know is, I tell people all the time, like, you know, what we consider our flaws are sometimes the greatest things to other people, or things that inspire other people to be like, wow, I didn't know that, you know, you had or you dealt with X, Y, and Z, and me too, for real, and you still doing it. Like, I think I've shared a couple of, like, you know, personal things that I had going on. So, for instance, like, I'm in a group. I'm in a bunch of little music groups, and it's a great way to like build community. Yeah. And one of them is called RAMP, so it's recording artists and music professionals with disabilities. Okay. So I'm neurodivergent. Okay. Which means my brain just works a little bit different, if you will. Okay.
It works for you.
Yes.
Okay.
I love how my brain. I love how it works now. Yeah. Previously, it was hard to kind of figure out just because things were different. Sensory things, lights, sounds, feelings. Me being overwhelmed, being overstimulated. The Black community don't talk about this a lot, right? So. Right. I just thought I was a little irky some days until you go get tested and you find out some different stuff. When I joined this group, I hadn't disclosed quite yet, if you would, right? And then I wound up talking about it slowly, real slowly, and then one day I just popped out and was like, yo, this is what it is. DMs blew up. Bro, me too. I had no idea. I've been scared. I've been nervous. I've been this. I've been da-da-da-da. I'm like, yo, who knew me just sharing a piece of myself that I was honestly embarrassed about for real, but I just decided to rip the Band-Aid off, and how many other people just was like inspired by it, right? And that just made me, I was like, yo, I'm gonna share whatever I feel like now, because you never know who life you're gonna be able to change. So like, even being in that group, there's so many different people who I've met, and like, we all in LinkedIn did all kind of stuff, and it's like, we don't let disabilities hold us back. I managed one of the girls in the group. She's blind. Okay. Well, we see Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean? She be everywhere. Okay. I gotta send her to Costa Rica next week. She just came back from Miami with the Latin Grammys. She just recorded a project out in Colombia. So it's like, people don't let nothing stop them. Right. But we had to share our story for other people to be like, yo, for me to formally disclose was from me seeing another young lady named Lachi, who was blind. But Lachi was on PBS, at the White House, at the Grammys, at the so I'm just, when I met her in person, I'm like, yo, she's a human. Right? And then that inspired me to, so it'd be a domino effect of like, just letting people see who you really are and saying that you're a human. Not only are you inspiring other people, but for once, you walking in your own truth. Correct. That's just another level of freedom that like people don't quite know. So I try to inspire other artists to do the same thing, because they be like, everybody go through so much for real, but everybody overcomes so much too. So it's like, let's show people how we overcome, not always just like the glitz and glamour part. Right. I don't want to see the done. Yeah. How'd you get here? Yeah. The struggle. Yeah. Show me the struggle part, so I can be like, I'm gonna try that next time. Right. We can say the word like that. Right. And that's how this book was birthed. You know, going through something and just wanting to give back and share this knowledge and different mistakes that were made, or things that could have been a preventative measure. That's how it came about. Like you said, and just sharing and letting others know. And I swear the same thing. People was like, I experienced that too. Oh, I see myself in your story. Oh, I wish I had this during my time when I was going through it. So yeah, that's key. And speaking of the Grammys, yeah. So can you run that back and tell us about that experience, the Grammys, how we even got there? Like, yeah. Tell us. The Grammys was by far like the craziest day of my life, yo. Okay. Craziest day of my life. So I am a member of the Recording Academy. Okay. Which is the group, if you would, that hosts the Grammys type thing. So me being a member, I actually get an invite every year. Okay. So I've been a member for a couple of years. No, I was just kind of sitting back waiting, if you would. And last year was just the year that I was like, you know what, we're doing it. So that was actually my birthday gift to myself. Nice. Was buying Grammy tickets. I took my partner out there with me. That was my first time in LA.
Mm-hmm.
First time at the Grammys. It was just a bunch of firsts, if you would.
So I take it. Your birthday in January in LA.
February is the Grammys.
Okay, because I went out in March some years ago, and I believe
they shifted
okay.
Something. Yeah,
Okay.
It used to be in March, but now
Okay.
they pushed back a little bit to February, and then this year was weird too because they had the fires in Cali.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of like shifting and
okay.
And we didn't think that they were going to have it, but they wound up keeping it though.
Okay.
So yeah, it was the first weekend of February this year. My birthday is on the 26th, so it pretty much was like my birthday was in the middle of the week.
So you're Pisces?
Nah, I'm an Aquarius.
Why am I off?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay.
I'm the weird crew. But Grammys was it was crazy and like in the best way, if you will. I feel like it was just being in a room with your peers, right? The energy was insane, and what people don't know, like the Grammys, there's a 2-part situation.
Okay.
So there's the pre-show,
mm-hmm.
which is where most of the awards are given out. So
okay, and the pre.
The telecast that everyone sees, there are only about 10 awards that are given out. At the pre-show, it was like 150.
Really?
And they just flowing, right? But the crazy thing is, like, we're all sitting in, I think we were in Peacock Arena for the pre-show, and there's no, like, VIP here, no none of that, right? Like, you sitting where you sitting, you know,
mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, like, you hear certain nominations, and you look next to you, you like,
oh, you rubbing shoulders for real.
You trying to keep it together for real, but you can't. You honestly can't for real. But it's also just, there was so much culture in the room, right? So, you know, times are a little weird right now, and people were using their platform to voice how they really felt. You feel me? So it was just a lot of energy and power and emotion, and it's people that you know and that you see who are winning these awards, and it's like, that's my dog right there. Just, you know, random, you meeting so many people. And when the actual telecast happens, so then it's like, there's like an hour and a half break, and you go over to the crypto arena, and you get ready for the big show. And that's like, it's just crazy, yo. You in this huge, like, arena, but then it's like, we as the kind of like not celebs, if you will, you kind of sitting around all the main people on the floor, but you just like, yo, they like right there. Mm-hmm. But again, it's another one of these like energy in the room. The year that I went this past year, Doechii won, and she was only the 3rd Black woman in history to win rap, right? So to be in a room when that happens, Beyonce won, which they were. It was crispy silent in there when it happened, right? And me being who I was, they were hollering, bro. Like just hype, you feel me? But it's the level of like, I don't know, man. For me, it always was a dream, right? So I remember growing up and I was obsessed with award shows. Obsessed, right? Just even to this day, that's my like my partner already knows, like, we can't watch award shows together. Like that's bye.
You focus.
This is my Super Bowl. You feel me? So to attend my Super Bowl and this like be a dream, it just was a full circle moment for real. Like I always tell people, like I was born in Baltimore. So for me to be from a hometown kid from Baltimore, dreaming of being in these and then looking and being like, yo, I'm here.
Right.
Like we here for real.
Right.
It was a crazy moment. But this year was even bigger because like the group I told you about previously, Ramp, had a huge presence on the red carpet this year. And with our advocacy, for the first time ever, we actually had ASL throughout the pre-show and the telecast. Okay. Which is huge. You feel me? So to be able to have that representation, to be able to, as Lashy says, which is our president, he's telling you know, we got wheelies, canes, limps, dimps, everybody's here for real. So it was that like, this person was in a wheelchair, I'm here, Precious is here, she can't see, I'm grabbing her, and it just was like, yo, we here. Don't matter what. Overcome. We all here as a team. So it was just a super powerful moment, and I think for me, one of those moments where it's like,
ASL, y'all, I'm sorry, that's American Sign Language.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. Just full circle. You gotta do whatever you want to do, right? And being in the room with certain people, 6 degrees of separation. Okay. Crazy.
Gotcha. Hey, you've given us a lot of nuggets. And is there any final words that you would want to tell an artist? Old, new, beginner, veteran.
I'm going with the same 3 words I always tell.
Okay.
Trust your struggle.
Trust your struggle.
You're not where you want to be, but you probably not where you was yesterday. You're probably not where you was a couple days ago. You have your own destiny. You have your own vision that God gave to you. Trust your story and trust what you got going on. It's going to work out. Everything going to be straight. But you got to trust where you at. You got to trust that struggle piece.
I love it.
And watch it come to fruition.
All right. Well, there it is. You've heard it right here in the studio of Tarka Say It Again with Yoko. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Have a good one.
Peace.